Okay, what's going on? Visit our episode BigBlueUnbiased.com. Thank you to those who have liked, commented, and subscribed. I appreciate it, guys. We have a sponsor, Manscaped.com. If you guys can check them out, promo code BBU, 20% off plus free shipping. Father's Day is coming up. It would be cool to give them, whoever the father is in your life, whether that's your own father, your brother, your uncle, whoever it may be, a cool Father's Day gift. Manscaped.com. The new lawnmower 4.0 has just been released. I was in Target the other day. I saw it and I said, that's cool, but you can go on the website and you can use that beautiful promo code BBU to get 20% off and free shipping to get that new lawnmower 4.0. So that's just something to think about for Father's Day, which is closer than you might think. So BBU promo code 20% off plus free shipping, manscaped.com. Okay, so let's get into some Giants news. They have signed Kelvin Benjamin, the former Dave Gettleman first-round pick, who had a decent rookie season years and years ago, had over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdown receptions, and then kind of fell off the face of the earth. The next year he had 7 touchdown receptions, not too bad, but after that, really kind of irrelevant. Last played with the Chiefs in like 2018. The big thing with Benjamin was his weight. He had a weight issue. He's like 245. But that's why the Giants are giving him a try at tight end. That's kind of what they're looking for in Kelvin Benjamin at this point, is to be a potential tight end option. That's kind of what he was working on at their rookie mini camp tryout type thing, where they also signed Corey Clement. We'll get into that as well in this video. But that's what they're looking for in Kelvin Benjamin at the moment. That's where they tried him out at tight end. He's a big guy. And it makes you think. I don't think Evan Engram will be cut during camp or anything like that. But it kind of makes you think, could Kelvin Benjamin be an Evan Engram replacement? You may think that's kind of stupid, but at the same time, Evan Engram really isn't a tight end. He doesn't block well. Last year, he had a 55 passer rating when targeted, and he had 11 drops. So it's not like Kelvin Benjamin needs to do much to improve on that. So it makes you think, Kyle Rudolph, more of an all-around tight end, can block well, catch the football, good red zone threat. Evan Engram is not a good red zone threat. I think he has 13 receiving touchdowns over the course of his NFL career. That's not good when you consider that he's supposed to be a tight end. That's the position he was drafted to be, and that's where he's played most of his career. I think he's more of a receiver, but anyway, we've talked about that so many times. At the end of the day, he's just got to catch passes. I mean, we can talk about receiver, tight end. He's got to perform, and he hasn't. And he did not live up to the hype last season. They expected a lot out of him last year. There was a lot of pressure on him, and he did not help them out in any way, shape, or form. Again, 55 passer rating when targeted. A lot of tipped passes in the air, some interceptions, the huge drop against Philadelphia. So I know it sounds kind of crazy now that maybe Kelvin Benjamin is kind of what they would want in Evan Engram, but he might just be. If he can offer them a red zone threat, which, look, he has shown that potential in his career. Like I said, his first 2 seasons in the NFL, he caught 9 touchdowns and 7 touchdowns. There's some red zone capability here with Kelvin Benjamin. He's a big body, 245 right at the moment, around 245. Big body, receiving tight end, if that's what they want to go forward with, and fully convert him to tight end. So that's something to think about, because at the moment, Evan Engram, he's really not offering them much. He's not offering them a great receiving option, and he's certainly not a traditional blocking tight end. That you're not going to get the results you want from a normal tight end when it comes to his ability to block. It's just not. Put together as many Twitter videos as you want. Give me a highlight here or there. We know that that's not his game, and that's not what he was drafted to be. His senior year of college, he played 74% of snaps from the slot. He's more of a wide receiver. And I actually did a video last year, and I clipped together something John Gruden said at the time when Gruden was working for ESPN when the Giants drafted him, and he's like, look, Evan Engram, he's a wide receiver. He's not a traditional tight end, and you shouldn't expect him to be. And the Giants have kind of expected him to be that, and it hasn't worked out. But like I said, at the end of the day, he's got to perform anyway. He's got to catch some passes, and he didn't do that. So he's not doing his job. I think that this signing puts a little bit more heat under Evan Engram. Like, hey, we have this other guy who was a former wide receiver, so we know that he can catch the football at a decent level. If you don't get it done, then either maybe there's a trade in the works, could be, or maybe you're just not going to see the field that much. It's as simple as that. And also, maybe they look for more wide receiver snaps out of Engram. Something to consider. So that's that with Kelvin Benjamin. The Giants have signed him, former Gettleman first-round pick with the Panthers. Now he's back with Gettleman with the Giants. So we got that. The Giants also signed Corey Clement, the veteran running back, former Philadelphia Eagle. There's not much to say about this signing. It's just kind of an interesting free agent ad, veteran free agent ad. Why not? See what he does in training camp. You don't expect too much out of him. It's just kind of a depth piece at this point. They obviously drafted Gary Brightwell in the 6th round. Excuse me, not the 2nd round. That was Azeez Ojulari. In the 6th round, Gary Brightwell. So they've added some depth this offseason at running back. Obviously, Devontae Booker as well. They signed him, former Denver Bronco, Oakland Raider. So the Giants have added some depth at running back, which is something I kind of thought that they should have done, and they went out and they did so. Obviously, Barkley coming back from a fairly serious injury. You want to make sure that you have some depth just in case he's not 100%. It looks like he'll be fine, but you always want to be cautious. You want to make sure you have depth. And even if, let's say, Corey Clement doesn't make the team to start the season, you never know when you might need him during the season, where he's still out there and you said, okay, we had Corey Clement on our team for a couple of months. He was there during training camp, preseason. We got to watch him. We got to know him. He got comfortable with the Giants. He got comfortable with the team. He wasn't a fit at the time. Maybe they had too many running backs, whatever it was. But he's a decent player, and we got to see him in person. And you got to see how he fits with your team. So sometimes these signings aren't exactly about what they can do right off the bat, but maybe just a player that you're trying to get more of a scouting report on, so maybe you need him later on in the season if he's still out there. So that's kind of what I think about that move. Not too crazy of a move, not too big of a move, but these two moves are just kind of low risk, potentially medium reward kind of signings. I don't think you expect Benjamin or Clement to have great years with the Giants by any means, but important enough to talk about.